Hello and what is up, everybody? It is Kryllyk here. Welcome back to another FTB Infinity Evolved. We are here in the world doing lots of different things. Oh, wait. We need to get some more uranium, I think. But we are cruising along, just kind of doing lots of different things, fun things. I've kind of been working a little bit on some of this, like cleaning up this back section here. We're going to set up the third level, third emit if partially filled. That's the guy. Okay, good. We're going to set up the third reactor here right away as well. I've kind of completed most of the warded glass and stuff like that around here, all that kind of stuff. We're pretty much running out of uranium yet again. That guy still needs some. These guys are pretty much there. But yeah, so lots of fun little things. We're just going to disconnect that. We have about 3,300 UU matter. Very good. Our energy buffer here for our big reactor is starting to fill up again. It was recently draining because I had the scenarium thing on yet again, the matter fabricator. So, that's good. I'm just going to refill this with some yellorium. It's burning through it pretty darn quickly, I'm not going to lie. But luckily, this is not really a resource that we have a problem with. We have about 1024 to be exact. And actually, we're probably deleting some at this point. That's not good. That is not good at all. But, anyways, we'll leave it for this exact second. We do have... Oh, we have loads of emeralds. Okay. Do we have... Oh, we have an upgrade. Alright, never mind. I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving it. Boom. 4. Like so. Okay, so a couple of things that we want to do today are... Well... we have all these resources up here. We have 2,800 iron ore, for example, sitting there. I want it to automatically become iron ingots. It is way past due. I am sick of doing it manually, all that kind of stuff. So what we are going to do is we are going to make 2 pulverizers. I have the recipe already prepared. I am going to use thermal expansion for this. Just saying. And... Is it only one redstone furnace? Yeah, I think so. And we have an extra machine frame. Is that correct? I believe that is the case. Yeah, okay. So 2 and 1. These are going to be our main machines. As you can see, I've also prepared basically all of the augments that we already had for these 3 machines. I want to keep these 3 here. I did debate just moving them, but I do want to keep them here for manual processing of anything that I choose at the time. But we do want to get some automatic processing up and running. So first things first, all of these need to become a hardened machine. I've prepared all of that. That's good. We're going to get these all up to resonant as well, but I've also prepared the reinforced, boom and boom, and then all the way up to the resonant. Very good. So now that we can actually accept all of these augments, all right? The other thing that we need, the quarry is off right now, so I can actually just kind of do this. I'm going to pull this guy out, our blue chest for our input from the quarry. Okay. I'm probably going to need to get some cables and stuff here right away, but not a big deal. So, we need the white chest as well. The white ender chest. And we'll have to rewire some of that stuff and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so let's head on down to what used to be our diesel room. I think what I'm going to do here, and you can see that we still have some biodiesel. Apparently more than what actually fits in the drum. Figure that one out. But I think this mess of a room, we are actually going to proceed to set it up with our auto processing. It's going to be more than large enough. It's going to be great. So, without further ado, I'm going to set it up. Okay, so we are somewhat more cleaned up here anyways. We are going to plan this auto setup based on the no silk touch at this point in time. Once we get silk touch, we'll change things up just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have our input chest at some place, and I'm trying to decide exactly where we should do that. So if we put our input chest, how many wide are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or we do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm thinking here. So if we do our chest right here, just as an example, we place that down like so. And we have our stuff come out, and then I want to circulate it down and around. I just think it would look cool. It's not the most efficient or anything like that, but I do think it would look pretty darn cool. So, and then, no, you know what? Maybe this guy would be up top, like, say right there. And this guy would be down here. Yeah, that looks better. So this would be our input chest, and that's going to circle on down. We'll use the spruce as, say, pipes, okay, like so. And this is going to be our first setup. So pretty straightforward. It's just going to be a pulverizer with a furnace down below. Pretty straightforward, nothing crazy there, right? The next one beside it as well is just going to be a pulverizer. So what I want to do with that is we're actually going to put this guy right down on the ground. Okay? So then we'll also have pipes coming in like that. Alright? We'll just disable all of these for right now. And then we also need to go into the augments and add all of those. And on this guy, we are also going speed. Very nice. Okay? On this guy, though, we're going for secondary chance. So, just like that. Good to go. So, we basically have the same setup as upstairs. Now, I would love to use Ender IO for this. Absolutely love to. Their cables are amazing. But, my God, in this pack, they are ridiculously expensive. Warp item ducts. Okay, those ones aren't too bad. But resonant servos and conduit binder, which is basically stone dust, electrical steel, and whatnot. You know what? I think for this, let's do it. Let's go with some Ender IO. We should have the capability of pulling it off. So I'm going to get some of the Ender IO cables good to go. And then I think that will solve a lot of the questions that I had to ask. Okay, so I have 12 item conduits. God, that was expensive. Like, unbelievably expensive. All for some item conduits. Pretty darn crazy, not gonna lie. I do have a decent amount of conduit binder, though. And what I'm going to do with some of that is we're just going to get prepared making some of these conduit facades, okay? Now, these guys are a great little block by Ender IO. And what I want to do is I want to start painting some of them with spruce wood planks. So let's do 6 for right now. So you can paint these in a painting machine, and they're going to look exactly like spruce wood. Pretty straightforward there, nothing too crazy. And those are going to cover up our cables quite nicely. I did not mean to go down here. I will have to go back down there right away, probably next little quick break in the segment. Okay, so let's bust open here. Now, of course, I still have all of this stuff behind here. But I want to kind of just pull our pipes down like so. And this guy's going to go there. And then from there, we will... probably not there. No, we don't need to go there. We will go over to here, though. So we're going to run Ender IO item conduits. Just kind of up like this. Boom and boom. So that'll automatically connect to this guy right here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now, these conduit facades we can place on the spots where we can see the cable. So we can place it right there. It looks perfect now, right? So let's get some of those other ones. Very good. And we'll just teleport down. And we can now cover up all the rest. Very good. This guy here is always going to be extracting. It's always going to extract at all times. We're not using any filters or anything like that. We may do some upgrades, though. We might want to get some item conduit speed upgrades. Just a few of these, maybe. Because it'll increase the speed to keep up. And I'm pretty sure that we definitely need a few of those. So let's get some of those on go. Boom. Okay, I'm missing a lot of stuff for 10. But we can do at least 1. Well, that's great. That is fan-diddly-tastic. Alright, let's do these guys here. Stick, 10. That'll give me all of them. Mouse wheel. Boom. Done. Okay, and this guy like that. And we'll just kind of fill in a few here. I think 4 would be a pretty good amount. Maybe. That would increase our extraction rate to 16. But I'm missing a little bit of electrical steel. I'm going to have to do more of that. Ow. Where am I? There we go. Ended up in the right spot. It's fine. Okay. So these are going to definitely have the item conduit speed upgrades. Just like that. And we're going to also need power, obviously, to all of these machines as well. Now, as you can see, this didn't connect to the pulverizer, and that's because you do need to have the input ready to go. And once you have the input, it now is showing up, and it gives you that nice little plate that you can click on. So same thing with this guy. We'll do an input, and this guy will be insert as well. All right. Now, one of the things that we need, and we need to differentiate them, is we need to get some item filters. Okay. This guy, how do we want? We'll maybe go out the bottom. We might go underneath here and just go up and under this chest. I might actually just even place this guy down one. Boom, like there. Yeah, that might look nice. That could look alright. Okay, place that down, and we'll kind of just go underneath with cabling. Okay, good. I don't know if I'm going to use the item conduit to go underneath. I'm going to save the item conduit for where I need to actually hide it and make it look good. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's see, what else? Let's place that guy. Nah, we're fine. Okay. So, we need to get the output from both of these out the bottom and into that chest. That's pretty easily done by even some impulse item ducts that we already have. I think it's 5 that we require. That is not where I want to go. I'm going to do this a lot, by the way. There we go. Just jumping in walls. No big deal. Okay, so that'll go like that, and then down and under. Beautiful. Alright, we will close this guy up, and it looks nice and smooth and clean and all that kind of stuff. That is the look I am going for. So next up, we need the item filters, and I'm thinking we should probably go advanced. Just saying. Yeah, and it's not that much more expensive. So let's go with the advanced ones. They're just that much better. So the advanced ones require a Z-Logic controller, which is a zombie head, solarium, and some of you. So let's get some of you, 2 of you, 2 zombie heads, and 1, 2, 3, 4 solarium. And we'll get these guys crafted up. In the meantime, though, I think I actually have to go head on downstairs, change out my uranium in my working sites, because I'm pretty sure it's full or empty. Alrighty, so 28 new quad uranium fuel cells. I don't know if I need all that many yet. Oh, I'm off by a little bit. That's okay. We will start to fill up this guy. Boom. That guy should now be working. Nice. Reactor in EU mode. Throttled output by 50%. Don't know what that means. Okay. And these guys aren't quite done yet. Oh, we're so close. I was off by just a little tiny bit. Yeah, right away. That's fine. We'll put them up in storage here. We'll just save them. But I made all the quad fuel cells that we need. That's pretty awesome. Not going to lie. Now, we also can make the advanced item filters that we require. Very good. And these guys obviously are just going to go on the item conduits. Okay, good to go. Boom. All right. Much cleaner, much nicer. There's a zombie up here that's just driving me bonkers. Get wrecked, son. Okay. We will jump on down, and we are back here. All right. So, first things first. So, this one is going to need an item filter. Very nice. And it's going to get a whitelist of specific goods. Okay, now that's the one that is basically going to sort through all the ores. So let's get one of each of these ores. Aluminum, not ferrous. Yeah, silver, lead, iron, gold, copper, and tin. Okay, good. Those are the ores that we need to automatically be processed at all times. The other one is yellorium, but we're going to have to set that up a little bit differently. So iron, gold, copper, tin, lead, silver, and then aluminum. Okay. Ore dictionary enabled. So even if we somehow mine up a different one of the ores, we're good to go. Okay. Sticky mode's fine. Fuzzy mode's fine. I think we're good to go there. Possible function upgrade. Remote awareness. Interesting. I've never played with that. That could be fun. Okay. So that is then going to start working like that. All right. Good. Now, we may need to get some item conduits for our setup. With the conduit facades. I just want to double check if we will need some Ender IO conduits for the energy as well to go into these guys. Now, energy, we have these here. Could we maybe somehow use that? Or maybe it's time to run our quick test. Really? Really? Let's run a quick test. Okay? I've wanted to run this test for a little bit. And why not do it together right now? As you see here, I have 2 universal fluid cells on me from biomass. Okay? Now, biomass can be created with industrial craft or forestry. I know the forestry one works. Biomass is a form of fuel that you can use. Okay? Now, I am not sure if this biomass is going to work the way I want it to. So, let's give it a test. We have a ton of uranium. A ton of uranium. So, and bronze is quite easy. All of this is very easy to get for us now. I remember when we first had to make one of these for our jetpack, and it was a pain in the derriere. But let's make a reactant dynamo. Now, this is going to be really interesting, and I really want to see what happens here. Let's get... Do I have any energy conduits? No, I have, like, no energy conduits. Fluctuating item duct. I guess that will work. Okay, so we're going to place this guy down and attach the item duct to it. Okay? And that one is the one that has power and all that kind of stuff. Now, these you can upgrade. There is dynamo upgrades. Let's just... Oh, boy. Spelling. Dynamo. Oh, it won't look them up. Okay. Augment. So, there is dynamo ones that you can increase. So, there is fuel efficiency, for example. There is also energy production. Okay. So, we can really up these guys quite a bit. All the way up to that guy. Crazy levels of production. All right. Now, the reactant dynamo needs 2 things. One of the things it needs is biomass. I don't know if I can just click this in here or not. I don't think I can. That poses a bit of a situation. Do I have a tank of some kind? Maybe I can I pull it out as with a bucket? You know what I mean? I want to put this in a bucket. But I might be able to put it in an open tank. We'll take this guy. Okay, can I put this in here? This is a good test. Let's just do that. Okay, I can. So we have 2 buckets in here. So now, by theory, if I just right-click on this, it's not going in. That poses a bit of a situation. Can I get this with a bucket? I cannot pick it up with a bucket. Okay, this is... I don't know if this is actually going to work then. Let's see. We'll try piping in a fluid duct, like so. And we'll go like that. It is not going in the reactant dynamo. That is a real shame. Because biomass that way is way easier to make than the forestry way. The forestry way is still not that difficult, but it is basically done in a fermenter, and you need mulch or fertilizer down below. You can also use compost as well, but again, that's just not overly efficient. I feel mulch is kind of a pain to make, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, moistener or squeezer, not going to happen. Fertilizer is going to be the go-to, which is just red sand and apatite. Not difficult to make. And then you ferment basically multiple different things. Most of it being, I think, trees. And then I'm not sure if you can do like pumpkins and stuff. I'm going to have to double check. So we may need to go with a fermenter here. But basically the whole point of this is another way that you can get power. So for example, energized glowstone is one of the best fluids that you can put in to a reactant dynamo. Okay, so you put that guy in, and it is easily going to be one of the best available to you. Okay, now you see it's not working. It's not doing anything just yet, and there's a reason for that. One of the reasons is it needs like a catalyst. So one of the best catalysts is a nether star. We're not doing that. But blaze powder is the second best catalyst. And what it'll do is it'll produce a decent amount of power. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think I have anything that I can really test how much power we get out of this. But I believe it's around like 720,000 RF. Not a ton by any means, but still another way of producing power. If you have a mob farm up and running, gunpowder also works. But this cinder pearl blaze powder route I thought was a great idea, and you could easily just input it in. But I'm really upset that you can't use the other stuff. That's a shame. Okay. Well, you know what? It is what it is. It happens. It's fine. Okay. Let's just, you know what? Let's just run this. And we'll find out, I guess. I do not have my jetpack on. I still have my hazmat suit on. There we go. That works better. Okay, good. And, okay, so, whoa, that's full. Nice. Okay, so if I just do this right, like so. There's a thing there. Like so. And, oh, dang, we lost our fluid from picking it up. Good. And we'll put that guy in. Now this will start working. And it should be producing about 80 RF per tick at this point in time. But as you can see, it's generating a lot of RF very, very quickly. Which is kind of good. Okay. That is a good little test, if I do say so myself. That is generating a lot of RF with energized glowstone. Now, energized glowstone is the best. Destabilized redstone is the second best. but I was kind of hoping that the industrial craft biomass would work. Sadly, it does not. So I think we're going to have to maybe look at a way of getting some biomass. The other options for this, there's a few other. You can do mob essence. I am pretty much out of mob essence, as you can see here. Our wither skeleton farm is using it all up. Just gone. So we don't have mob essence. Seed oil, which is a pain in the butt to get, let me tell you. Seed oil, it just takes far too long. You basically squeeze out seeds and you get barely anything. So pumpkin seeds, for example, you get 10 millibuckets. And it only produces about 250. And the other one is creosote, which again just takes forever. Some of the easier ones are things like sewage and sludge. They're quite easy to, to do, but, I'm not gonna be too vested interest in only 10,000 RF per tick, or RF period. All right, so good little test. I'm happy I did it, but I'm a little sad as well. All right, so I'm getting some energy conduits as well here. I am definitely going with the middle tier though, because, well, I can. For one, and 640 RF per tick just doesn't seem like something that's going to operate well for us. So we're going to get the ones that's about 5,000. Still not that great overall, but definitely better off than previous. Okay, so we're going to get these guys, and this is easily going to be handled. Just on the back side here. Now, I think I am going to get some sort of a capacitor or something down here. Maybe we can start filling one up. But one of the best things about this, and you can see as soon as you mouse over it, you can automatically see where everything is for the energy that you need. So you can just click like that and apply the energy conduits. Now, when you click on the plate, there's two different settings. You don't really need to use the energy one too often, but that is a thing for sure. Okay, good. And, I really wonder if you can ferment, like, potatoes. That might be a thing. Or even poisonous potatoes? Can you ferment poisonous potatoes? Probably not. Grin powder. What is grin powder? Weedex. Alright, you can get Weedex. If you say so, boss. Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so this will be our power. So I'm going to run a power down here somehow, somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how just yet. Now, we do have this power coming up right here that we could potentially tap into as well. And then just switch it over to an RF. That is a potential, and we may do that, because that is our entire base's wiring anyways. So, let me get a few things, and we'll switch that over. Alright, so I've tapped into the power just with another one of those transfer nodes. You can attach it right to a glass fiber cable, and I just made a quick little capacitor bank here. 5 million should be more than enough backup storage here just for the few machines that we have down in this area. We are going to be continually expanding down here though. Oh geez, I thought I saw a wither, but it was a wither skeleton. It's fine. Alright, so all of these guys have power. This guy is ready to go. So what I want to do is I want to do a quick test. And a lot of these ores that are up here, we're definitely going to need to input into a blue chest. So, do I still have some packing tape? I don't think I do from the drawers mod. Packing tape. I don't see it. Okay, so let's get a little bit of packing tape. And what I want to do is I do want to try and automatically attach these to the blue chest downstairs. So let's get a little bit of this going. Boom. Yeah, sure, we can use that one. Request 1. Thank you. Boom. Packing tape. Okay. So packing tape, again, beautiful. I'm going to wrap up the iron and gold. If I'm not mistaken, that's what that one was. And we're just going to jump on downstairs here and hook it up just right like so. And we are going to do a simple item conduit between the two. So this is going to extract always active. This is going to be an insert. And what's going to happen here is it should start extracting iron and gold. Okay, so lots of iron to be extracted here. Obviously, it's pulling it out just as fast as we're getting it in. That is not good. I did not want that. Whoops. Whitelist. You. Thank you. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that should work like so. Now, this guy needs to be down from the bottom. This guy needs to accept from the top. And we should start to see iron coming in here at a rapid speed. So very good. Now, of course, we have a huge backlog. And I'm going to slowly work through the backlog manually here before I turn on my quarry again. Because if we have this kind of a backlog, the whole system is just going to be backlogged, and we're always going to be backlogged. Now, I could improve it by just adding even more to the system. But I think as long as we compensate for what we're going to have, I think we're good to go. So I'm going to place this guy here. We'll just cover that up for right now. I might do one of those carpenter doors around here just as a little maintenance access to the back there. But as you can see, we are loading up with iron. The item conduits are working great. We're keeping a full stack here at all times. Doing great. All of our augments are kicking in. This guy is processing nice and quickly. This guy is processing even faster. Now, one thing that I should look at, actually, is the power. No problem. Because we are pulling RF from the EU of our nuclear reactors, this system is barely even going to make a dent. Now, one area that it could, and this is why I built the big reactor, is it could make a difference up here. And I say that for a couple reasons, in that we could start to see this really drain, or not. It's not even denting our system at all. That's great. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, yeah. So it's not even denting anything. I'm not sure if this is actually fueling some of it as well. It might be. But yeah. Really not denting it. We, of course, don't have our quarry on right now. That really is the guy that really dents our system's power with the speed upgrade that it has on it. But yeah, so far so good. The other way to dent it is using this guy with all of its augmentation. Oh boy, it goes fast. It really drains power. So for example, gold and silver, I need some more electrum anyways. And we throw those in there. Boom. We are probably draining the power upstairs quite dramatically. Because this guy is going to be using about 800 RF per tick. Just a couple small peanuts. No big deal. But yeah. So pretty good stuff. I think what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to slowly get rid of these drawers with the ores in them. And proceed to move our system down to here. Now, again, this is going to take a long time to process all of this through. So I might even give it a little bit of hand by going upstairs and doing some of it up here as well. Give me that. There we go. Okay. And yeah, so pretty darn good. I'm going to double check the time on this. I think maybe now I have to change the other two reactors. I'm not sure. But I'm going to double check the time where we're at on the video. I've kind of lost track a little bit. And we will see what all we need to do. Alright, so we are actually well past wrapping up point. Just saying. Really? Signal them? Really? I should have probably made this a compacting drawer. It's fine. It's fine. Request 1. Pulsating crystal. Now, I'm getting sick and tired of having to go up and down all the time. up the stairs, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to make ourselves a quick little travel anchor here. And I do need to meld that with the grass. Need to make it look all nice and beautiful and all that kind of stuff. But that is it for the video. Hopefully you guys like this episode. A little bit straightforward, a little bit simple, but you got the auto processing done, which is something that I've wanted to get done for a while. We're almost through the iron. I've actually moved the iron over to here, but I can't get it all out until it stops. Okay. Oh, I think we've actually finished the iron. We have. Okay, perfect timing. All right. How am I going to do this? Quick. Boom. Lock. Yes. Okay. So we've moved the iron successfully to here now. We are no longer restricted by that. And let's jump on down this elevator. And right in the middle of the room here, or close to the middle, we're just going to place our travel anchor, like so. And I do have my staff of the traveling on me, so that I can rename it to processing. And that's what we're going to name it, folks. The processing room. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy there. But we are good to go. So now we can easily transfer to and from our processing facility to our machine room. All that kind of jazz. And even down to the fallout shelter. Yes, indeed. Matter fabricator, go. By the way, we are draining all 3 of these reactors. All 3 of them are getting drained right now with the matter fabricator on. So all of these guys are draining out. I'm not sure how many you would actually need to keep this going, but I might just actually keep this thing running for a little bit, even if we run out of power at some of these. This guy's almost getting there for being drained out. I've already replaced all of these. These are all pretty much brand new and good to go. Anyways, that is going to be it for me. Nothing too much crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now. See ya.